Hey, Taurus, welcome to your mid-October readings. We're going to look at your present energies and your past energies to see what created the current momentum and then see how October ends for you. Welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. And let's see how October is going so far. All right, so currently you are in the energy of the Ace of Pentacles. So that means that you are, it sounds like you've got it going on right now in the sense of like if you're working, for example, you've got great energy of abundance coming in. You're surrounded by things that bring you comfort, material wealth, really great food, and those are the things that come to me when I think of abundance, right? Like you're feeling rich even if you're not like a millionaire right now. Or at least that is what you're manifesting. And for the next 2 weeks, you've got the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. So that's someone in charge of her own business or their own business. I'm not sure who's watching, but someone who's in charge of their own business. They are practicing their self-care. They've got their routines down for self-love. They may have people coming to them in search of some kind of advice, like, how are you doing this? Teach me your ways of like how are you practicing self-care and self-love? I want to learn those same things, and they may come to you for nurture as well because you just have that comforting vibe for the next 2 weeks. And this is going to be very important because the best action is coming up as the Five of Pentacles, and usually this is a card that represents that someone's feeling neglected, someone's feeling ignored. So if you're in the moments of self-love and self-care, but you feel ignored by the people who are the most important to you, I would reach out, because as this butterfly is here, and this person, oh, this camera doesn't really catch that, does it? There you go. So this person is sitting there by themselves, but at the same time, they can reach out to that butterfly because that butterfly is in their circle. So if you're feeling neglected and you're feeling ignored or unwanted, or maybe you're so stressed out and that you know how stress can affect our physical health. So if you're feeling low, the best action to take is to reach out to the people who make you laugh, like those belly laughs that you almost cry because you're laughing so hard. Reach out to those people that feel like home to you. In the distant past, you have the Temperance card. So that tells me that you were in a stage of recovery. So perhaps something occurred. I want to say maybe your health took a dip or something was unpredictable for a while. Maybe it might have been a blow to the ego. I'm not quite sure. It just seems like something was out of balance and you had to work really hard to put that in balance. I know Uranus, I'm probably not pronouncing that planet's name correctly, but it was in Taurus for the last 7 years. And it just shifted from Taurus to Gemini. Yeah, to Gemini. So a lot of unpredictable patterns and cycles in the past. And now you're in a state of that recovery. So it could be, since you are now in the Ace of Pentacles energy, that you are manifesting what you want, and that's probably more stability, more self-love, self-care practices and routines and comfort. That cozy environment and that richness feeling without that material, what do you call that? Association, I guess. Like you're not looking to be a millionaire. It's more of the energy of like, I want to feel at home with myself, with my environment, and with the people around me. And that's a kind of richness that a lot of people do not have. So the recent, like maybe what happened a couple weeks ago or so, is Judgment. So maybe you're answering a new calling after all that unpredictability. You may have transformed into a new person. That's, you're figuring out what is your higher calling now, because you can see all these butterflies at the bottom of her dress. So you may have gone through a huge transformation, especially if there's been like a dark night of the soul or a death of an ego. So you're now figuring out what is your purpose, and you're answering that call. Maybe you also felt judged in the past, because that's something Judgment can bring up. Like you've been too concerned about what other people have thought or wanted out of you, and now you're like, no, this is what I want, this is what I'm doing. If you're cool with that, great. If you're not, there's the door. Which is great. So your future energy, so I want to say towards the end of October, is the Six of Swords reversed. So you may still be slightly stuck in some energy. What I mean by that is usually with the Six of Swords upright, you're moving on, right? But with it reversed, you might be still stuck. You may be still surrounded by people who don't want the best for you. So just be mindful of what that can be. I don't know if that's a job. I don't know if it's your own mentality, because swords is usually like your mental health. It could be friends who are not really your friends. It could be a spouse, your family member. So just be aware of who's around you that may not want the best for you, because you seem to be still stuck with them. But at the same time, you do have the power. You do have the power to answer whatever is calling towards you. Your current attitude shows up as the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Now, usually upright, this is a person who feels like they got the world at their fingertips, right? It's someone who's feeling luxurious. So if you're in the reversed position, this is someone who has the mentality of lack. So maybe you have been feeling that financial strain as of late, or maybe you don't feel as independent as you used to. But that mentality can change, because the world is in your environment. So what that means is that a new cycle is beginning. A chapter has closed, so whatever was unpredictable that you had to recover from, that is now shifting in your environment, and there's new opportunities knocking at your door. So just be aware of that. You do have some fears with the King of Cups here. These are the emotions that you have not mastered yet. So just be aware of, I would say, comfort. Comfort just keeps coming to mind, especially because the turtles are there. If that's reversed, maybe you've been feeling like you need to hide in your shell because you're so afraid of what's going on. Not that I blame you, because there's a lot going on in the world. But in your own life, however, there might just be a lot of emotional turbulence, and you're concerned about that instability. However, with the Four of Swords in reverse here for the end of October, and you've got the Six of Swords here, that combination tells me you do need to take some sort of action, whether that means removing those people out of your life that are no longer serving your higher good, or just practicing more of what do you want in your life, because you've got that manifestation energy with the Ace of Pentacles here. So just be aware of that. And I hope you have a great October. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.